Stacy from Art Journal Life. I'm sorry about that. That was my phone not really fitting in my cradle, my holder, whatever this is. Okay, we're gonna see if I can find our video. I got it, so I'll be able to read comments. And welcome. Today, we're going to do a little work inside this journal that I have. This is a watercolor journal someone gave me years and years and years ago, and we've been working in this all along, and I'm just going to keep it going. I'm anxious to finish this one. Not that I'm anxious to finish it, because I don't really like to rush things along, but, you know, sometimes it's nice to have something finished, and I feel like I'm at that point. So this is what I'm planning on doing. As you all know, I had construction in my house. They put new floors in our condo. And I'm going to see if I can just adjust this a little bit. So I'm sorry if you're shifting. So I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. So I'm using this today as a test page for maybe what I'm going to do in the future. Hi, Stella. So I want to make a big piece of art to go over my fireplace, and it was a friend that convinced me I need to do this. So thank you, friend. And so I just wanted to test smaller versions of what I'm thinking out. So the other day we made some papers, some background papers, some collage papers in preparation. I'm going to keep working on those and decorating those, but today I'm going to try this setup here. So I brought my Viviva color sheets. Hang on, I'm going to turn on my lights because I forgot to turn on my lights. I'm a mess. Yay, there we are. So I have my Viviva color sheets. I really love these an awful lot. They're very, very vibrant, and that's what I love about them. So I'm going to pick a color. And I'm inclined to, of course, pick the color that I always pick, which is pink. I'm so boring. Or magenta. But I also have, so let me show you what I brought. So I have, of course, I have some brushes that I have on my desk. And then I have these two papers that were in the back of something, some stencils that I got. I don't know. Let's see what we can see here. So I love this with the clouds on it. I thought this was very cool, and also loved this one. I love this one a lot, really. I like what they made here. I like them both. So, okay, so I have these. So we might use some of those. I brought my Viviva color sheets. I have this little piece of collage because it was just sitting on my desk, and I decided, okay, maybe I need to use that. Oh, I have another one. So I'm not sure where we're going to go with all this, but I'm going to make a page, and I'm going to do what the girl does best. According to my mother from when I was very little, I had the gift of gab. I bet you're all surprised by that, right? I ramble on, and who knows where I go. So I wet my paper a little bit, and I'm still trying to decide. So if I use this, I'm thinking that I'm going to use I could use yellow. Maybe yellow, like a sunset. Maybe yellow, and then this magenta. Magenta is my favorite color. So let's start with the yellow. Maybe make it look sunset-ish. I don't know. Or who knows. So I'm just going to spread some water here. Then I'm going to put my brush in and I'm using this big brush on purpose because I really want the color to spread. Now this is quite bright. The more water you add to this, now there is some color splatter on there, as you all could see. So the more water you add to this, the more you can spread this out. This is a watercolor paper. I have no idea what though. I have no idea like what the size is or what the weight is, or I'm going to guess that it's cold pressed because it's a little bumpy. Oh, maybe not. Actually, it's quite smooth, but it's very heavy. So I'm going to pick up just a little magenta and see. Where this takes us. Now, again, this is an experiment with yes, I was excited to go live. Estella, you are so right. So I'm ignoring that this tag is here. I can make this fit in later. I'm not worried about it, but this little accumulation of water in the crease, I'm just mopping it up, mostly because I don't want to make the rest of the book wet, and that will seep through all the other colors. And I want this to kind of dry. So I'm going to just dunk my brush. And I'm mostly experimenting here to see what I'm going to make for art on a giant sheet of watercolor paper that I plan on framing for my house. So I'm planning to play with this going forward. Now, I don't want to do the whole page because I had some other plans here. I wanted to add some collage. And today I'm going to use my glue stick. And I'm going to put it on top of a piece of paper towel. So I think the other side I liked better. I saw a great video. I'll never remember who it was by, and I'm sorry, but it was about glues. And she put glues to the test, and she said, which one's better? She had some old journals where the glue was lifting. And I thought, ooh, this is an interesting, so I watched it. This is an interesting topic. Can you see over here, I hope? Oh, you can. So she determined that all of the glues that she used, one of them was this Uhu stick. She determined that all the glues performed, and she did a number of things. She used matte medium, yes paste, a whole bunch of different glues. And she determined that it was user problems, like the user was the problem, in other words, when glues didn't work, that she hadn't stuck it down correctly or used enough glue or whatever. And I was like, this is a great test, actually, because, you know, a lot of times my stuff does lift, and to know that it's me and not the glue is a good thing. Now, I thought about sticking this down. Oh, maybe I will stick this down here. I think I'm going to do that. So basically all the popular glues that we all know about, glitter glue, there's something else called bear glue she tried, Aleene's, or Aleene's glue, which is, I don't remember, it's all around glue. All of them worked really well in her journals or for her collage work. That it was user failure by not putting enough glue down on the piece or in the book or whatever it may be. Okay, so funnily enough, I also took out, oh, my office is a disaster because of all our construction stuff is still up here. I have to find a way to make it clean this up soon, but we're working to paint because once you put down new floors, it kind of looks crummy and tired and dingy around the rest of your house. You'll notice right away. Okay, so these are envelopes that I got in the mail, and I was thinking about using the insides of the envelopes maybe here in this collage, but I'm not sure. Now, of course, I started this, and I'm like, where am I going to go? Oh, well, possibly this one, and I like the window effect. And I was thinking about, it's quite dark, but I love the clouds. So I sort of want to add the clouds, but I don't want the darkness. So I'm just taking a risk and doing this. So I'm going to take my ruler and I am going to rip pieces of clouds out and try not to go too dark, because I brought washi tape with me also. I don't want the dark stuff. I want the lighter stuff. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm going to try to just rip a little bit of this away. Now, I can do this, but I'm going to have to think about a unifying. So I wish I had paid more attention because it would have looked better maybe if I had gone this way. But that doesn't mean that I can't add something else or more or different here. I think I'm going to do exactly this and take a chance with whatever happens after this. So again, I'm going to use my paper towel and my Oohoo stick. I'm going to make sure I get enough down. Now I'm going to tell you this Oohoo stick is one of those that is supposed to be blue and turn white. It's the magic blue, but my office is quite warm, and what I found out happens is it changes the properties, or maybe the heat affects it. But I just want to make sure there's enough glue on here so that this really sticks down. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start over in this corner. And I'm going to lay this piece down like this. Now, I have no rhyme or reason as to why I chose this. It just felt good to me. This would be maybe where I take some gesso and I add some gesso here. So let's try that. Now the problem is, at the moment, I don't really have a focal point. And sometimes the focal point is really what you need. So that's a mirror. I'm looking on my desk for things that I might have. So I'm mostly interested in making a mixed media piece for, I've had this on my desk forever, this little winged book. I'm so tempted to cut this out today. I'm going to. I'm definitely going to do this. I've had this on my desk for a really long time, and I keep wanting to use it, and then I never do. So let's just cut out the wings. So when I think about making a big piece, I think I get a little nervous about it because, right, I work small generally, and really honestly, I work in my journals, and I don't make pieces of art per se. And I have a lot of artist hang up because I'll tell you that I've never been an artist. I'm crafty. I'm a little on the crafty side, but when I think of myself, I don't think of myself as an artist, and I know that may sound crazy. I love making art, I love doing things, and I love doing things in my journal, but I think it becomes a little overwhelming, scary. What words do you want to use? I just want to clip this little, ugh. So, also, if you don't know this about me, I see the world 2D because I only have one eye. I'm blind in my other eye. Oh, I think I really want that up there. I think this is coming together how I want it because it looks mystical and different. So I see the world differently, so sometimes it's hard for me to cut because I can't see in this way. Knowing where I feel a lot of where things are, and I don't see a lot of where things are because I see the world flat. Okay, so this is a definite. I definitely want those in there, and I definitely want this in here, but I'm going to add just a little bit of gesso. I'm trying to decide how I want to apply it because I don't want it to be just a lot of gesso, or I want it to blend really nice here on the edge. I like it when it looks feathered in. Let's call it feathered in. So I'm going to use this. And I'm going to do something like that. And I am looking for a more ethereal vibe, I would say. Now, I think my gesso needs to be mixed, so I'm just going to grab myself a stirrer. It seems a little, yep, for sure. Okay, so if you have questions, thoughts, share them with me. I'm curious. Let's just try adding a little of this. There we go. So I find that gesso, when you have these hard lines, can help you. So what we're going to talk about, we're going to explore tools eventually through this process of me making art for my wall. Learning to accept myself as this artist that I don't think I am, which is funny. I always did this as a way in my therapy room with my clients to help them relax and to help them get into the session a little bit. I found it got people talking if they were making while we were discussing things, that were relevant in their life or not relevant in their life, whatever. So by adding some gesso here, I'm just adding a little texture maybe, a little blending, a little hiding some of it a little bit. And smoothing out the edges there. That's really what I'm looking for. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to wipe this off a little bit. And then probably stick it in my water, actually. I'm going to wipe this off. I do save my stir sticks. I'm going to cap that. And I'm just going to wipe my hands over here for a second. And I'm going to add my, definitely going to add my wings and my mirror. Something about that really resonated with me. So I usually keep a piece of paper to put glue on, but today I don't have that. I'm going to use a piece of I'll just use a piece of this, which is an envelope. So what I'm going to be experimenting with is color for my wall hanging, my picture, my photo, or my art piece that I make. So I'm going to be experimenting with color and colors I want to use, and maybe picking a palette of some sort that I can enjoy that would look good in my home. I'm going to also do a wall. I'm going to do a gallery wall with a lot of the art that we have collected over the years. Okay, this is exactly, I know this is strange, but exactly what I wanted here. Now, what am I going to do with the rest of this? I feel like this will need some work over here. You guys, look at my hands. This is what happens to me when I start working. I get all carried away. What kinds of things could I put there? I have so many things. Let's see if I can find something that I love this black and white photo. I have this tea bag, clearly without the tea in it. let's look at some other things that maybe we could use here. I keep coming up with this snowflake, but I'm not in the mood for that one today. So it might be paint that needs to go there. Been there, never done that. I like the saying. The lamp is interesting because it would be bringing in the light. So Estella said, what an amazing breakthrough you will likely experience when you create and complete the piece for your home. I think so, Estella. I feel like it's going to be a challenge in some ways, and other ways it will just be kind of cool. You know, of course, I have to convince my husband that it's art. I have no idea how he's going to feel about it. So it will be interesting to see where we go with that. But I kind of love the idea because, I don't know, I feel like seeing yourself as something different is important in your life. It's about growth and stuff. So yes, you're right, Estella. It'll be interesting if nothing else, right? Oh, I found this, which I kind of love this. So what I love about this is this wonky, maybe I'll go this way, is this wonky line here. And these lines. I might just add this as a collage piece. I kind of like it together. I didn't want to cover up this line, but I'm not sure, so I'm going to save that for now. Think about it. So if I found a piece of something like that, like collage paper that would be sheer, if there was enough of it, I'm finding it hard to find those things, which is unusual for me. So we might have to finish this on our next journey together. Maybe this little piece can go in there, because most of it will disappear except for, I think maybe this piece I'm going to put down. But this half I really love. So I'm sorry. I hear somebody on the phone in my house. Okay, so I'm going to just do this because I think it will disappear enough into the background. And I think then I'm just going to call it a day. I'm going to go with this and put it here. So I love this composition, like where this is going here. I'm sure that I can make this make sense somewhere. Somehow find a focal point for that. But I really enjoy this in particular. So this might take more paint, more experimenting. It might need some doodles and whatever else I can find. But I really, like I said, I like this so far. So we'll work on that over the next few days and experiment. We're going to experiment more with paint making, mark making, any of those things so that I can experiment with what I want to add to my big piece. And then maybe I'll make the big piece on camera to enjoy together. But I'm more looking for backgrounds right now, and what I really want for backgrounds and what I want to use as a mixed media piece. So, okay, thank you for joining me today. This is this is a double page spread in the journal, but I'm going to keep playing, and we'll do some more maybe tomorrow on this, but I'll see you tomorrow no matter what. And thank you for being here, everybody. I really appreciate it. Bye for now.